Chris Pratt is at his best playing knuckleheads who are lovable even when arrogant. One crooked grin and we might forgive him all of his trespasses, even when they turn our favorite superheroes to dust. However, in profoundly insipid and unsatisfying sci-fi action flick The Tomorrow War, Pratt goes against type, shedding his wisecracks and cockiness to play a sulking scientist with daddy issues and thwarted ambitions.
Oh, here, buddy. Take that. You just look around like that.
How are you so calm?
Long story.
You ex-military?
Yeah. Kind of a short story, I guess.
Pratt's Dan Forrester feels his biology skills are wasted teaching high school science. He dreams of working in a groundbreaking laboratory, but then a squadron of soldiers from the future trudge through a wormhole to drop a bombshell.
Our enemy is not human, and we are losing.
29 years from now, mankind is losing a battle with a ravenous and mysterious alien force called the White Spikes. Naturally, Dan will be pulled out of his humdrum life and back into his military days to tromp into a high-stakes battle not only for his daughter's future, but for the future of all mankind. This is the kind of part you might imagine Tom Cruise playing 3 decades back, a self-assured but slightly sad man of action. Chris Pratt is no Tom Cruise. Without the wisecracking and cheeky grins, Pratt seems at a loss as to what to do with his face. Whether he's facing an alien onslaught, confronting his estranged father, or having a heart-to-heart with his heartbroken daughter, he furrows that brow. And just like that, the dazzling screen presence that launched Pratt into multiple tentpole franchises is extinguished. It's as if smirks were the source of his star power, and now he's Samson shaved bald and unremarkable. By the time a telegraphed plot twist calls on him for pathos, he's long lost the thread. Throughout the film, Pratt is outshone by a sprinkling of supporting players who all deserve better, from Betty Gilpin to J.K. Simmons to Sam Richardson in a comic relief role that could have been Pratt's not so long ago.
Listen. Sorry, I mean, when I'm nervous, I talk. I'm like a 97 on the nervous scale.
While Richardson's manic energy is welcomed, none of the so-called jokes he's given stick long enough to be remembered. Indeed, the Tomorrow War script is overstuffed with lazy jokes, sappy speeches, and clunky proclamations like, "We are literally living on borrowed time." Yet, none of this is as bad as the main plot, which is just inexplicably dumb. In the Tomorrow War, mankind has invented time travel. Specifically, it's a form of time travel that allows people from 2051 to come back to 2022 or vice versa. They cannot go any time else. Why not? This very good question is waved away with a nonsense explanation. You'd think they'd use this power to pass along information or tools to help change the intervening 30 years and give humans an advantage against the vicious White Spikes. But this idea isn't even suggested, with insufficient conscripted civilians instead chucked into a future war without training or even any idea what the aliens look like. That is a mighty big ask to accept on an Act 2 setup. Yet, the Tomorrow War seems totally unaware, barreling into a plotline that makes less and less sense as it spirals to an unimaginative climax of explosions, glossed over casualties, and a final showdown that is mind-numbingly trite. Maybe you're not worried about plot and character and are just seeking some cool action sequences and creepy creatures. Here too, the Tomorrow War disappoints. The action sequences are sprawling, full of CG carnage and creatures. Some of these are gross and gloppy in a way, others turn a tidal wave of civilian deaths into a grim spectacle. Yet, there's little art to the pacing or plotting of such sequences, so it all just feels plodding. Even the White Spikes that should be ferocious look increasingly silly the longer the camera leers at them.
Do you want to see something really dangerous?
I feel like literally that's all I've been doing since I got here, but okay.
The Tomorrow War is astonishingly bad. It's got a confusing plot, an emotionally shallow hero arc, and monsters more messy than menacing. Then, caked in made-for-TV level visual effects razzle-dazzle, slicked in a sickly low-contrast palette, this movie is downright ugly. Sure, it's got big and loud action, but nothing to rattle you to your core. Much of the blame can be laid at the feet of director Chris McKay. It's astonishing that the helmer of the Lego Batman movie followed that vibrant, funny, and wildly entertaining offering with an action movie that is such an inane eyesore. And yet, that turn still makes more sense than the plot of the Tomorrow War. For more reviews of the hottest movies, be sure to like and subscribe to IGN wherever you like to watch.
Well, it's nice knowing you.